Bentornati ragazzi alla nona parte di GreedFall. Adesso ci sarà i primi 40 minuti della parte precedente, che veramente la missione di Kurtz era così lunga che non sono riuscita a infilarci questi ultimi 40 minuti e poi riprendete con me. Ci vediamo tra 40 minuti. Ok, allora facciamo la missione del padre e la missione della raduna, visto che siamo già sulla strada. Devo metterlo in agilità per forza. Talenti. Intuito. Curse, rimani a casa. Se ora vieni con me. Mi fermo il gruppo ed esci. No, devo fare questa. Per l'ustro di appartamento è la madre cardinale. E poi devo fare questa. Parla con Duncas. Parla con Duncas. Ah, prima possiamo fare questa. Prima facciamo questa, aspetta. Perché con Duncas è più vicino per viaggiare, quindi dai. Ok, parliamo con Duncas. È buio qua dentro. Sto meditando.
What brings you here on Almanawi?
At this old man's request, I investigated the conflict that opposes you and my nation regarding the clearing. You will now be able to access it freely to accomplish your rituals or heal the area. And the congregation will keep exploiting the forest. However, there is one condition to this new agreement. You must deliver this man to us, because he is responsible for the deaths of several woodcutters.
These men died because of their own foolishness. No one else is responsible for their deaths. If they hadn't cut all the oakerberry trees, they would have survived.
Ma tu non dovevi
What does that
ucciderli.
mean? What are the two of you talking about?
3 woodcutters died eating the meat of an andrig after it was killed by a venomous dosentats.
It's nothing but a terrible coincidence. And if they had eaten the oakerberries...
We know that you're responsible for all this. The hunters told me everything.
How could you do this? You acted more foolishly than an irascible adolescent. By killing these men, you have brought upon us their wrath. And it is only natural that they should ask for justice.
Duncas, I beg you. I only wanted the Renoixe to understand the value of the trees they were cutting.
Un attimo, sarei
Bloodshed
arrivata.
only leads to more bloodshed, and you know that. I would never have thought you capable of doing something so foolish.
If you want to stop the woodcutters taking vengeance into their own hands, you must deliver this man to us.
I understand. But I have one condition before we make this
Bello
agreement.
questo look, mi piace.
The Lugaid Blau fooled us in the past. It is their turn to prove their good faith.
What do you want from us?
There is a mine in the forest that the congregation has long operated with help from my people. But digging into the mountain has risked it collapsing. We reinforced the earth with wood. We worked with the Lugaid Blau to save the mountain and the men. We agreed to stop digging and sealed the entrance with a boulder. But some Renaigse came back, and I think they started digging again. And some of my people started going missing. Perhaps because they had seen them break their promise. If the mountain collapses and it is your clan's fault, thousands...
And you want me to intervene?
You have to stop them. Remind them of their promise.
Ci sta.
This is, if you do, we punish the person responsible for the death of the woodcutters, and all our quarrels will be gone.
I'll go to this mine and see what's going on.
Is there anything else?
Oh no,
I must leave. Goodbye, Duncas.
Qua awalum seg.
Qua alla mazza. Andiamo a questa miniera. Io non finisce più questa missione secondaria comunque. Ah, devo viaggiare? Pensavo fosse qui vicino. Nuova zona! Oh no. No, non è nuova zona. È la raduna, infatti ci sono dei punti che non li ho ancora esplorati in questa zona. Possiamo esplorarli. Kalsen. Sta raduna è bellissima. Loro tagliano gli alberi, ovviamente. Sarei potuto venire all'alba, no? Perché non sono venuta all'alba, non lo so. Ah, l'area del campamento, un'altra? Si vicina? 3 di 4, c'è un'altra?
Sorry, this is private property. I cannot allow you to enter.
Actually, no one should be able to enter. This mine is doomed. It's terribly dangerous.
I wouldn't know. Our employer, Mr. Maillard, is the owner. He's got all the deeds required. Listen, you should go to the authorities. They can confirm all the paperwork.
I definitely will.
Paperwork. I definitely will. E dov'è?
Doncass said it was. Those who are exploiting it are reckless. Do these people not have any regard for the lives of their miners?
These Renagse must not have taken us seriously. We should take a closer look.
We should take the path that overlooks the outer wall. We should be able to see inside from there.
Those crazy fools have reopened this mine.
Monisinaga. They use captives from the villages to dig their mine.
Questo no, eh?
I've made them into slaves. We must talk to Sir de Cossillon. I hope our nation is not involved in this business.
No, questo non va bene. Ah, devo spiegare la situazione de Consiglion. Non se ne frega quell'uomo. Questa zona era bloccata, perché non mi fa entrare in questa zona? No, devo andare a De Corsillon ancora. Dannato De Corsillon. Perché tutto deve passare dal consigliere De Corsillon? Non lo so. I mean, ha senso che ho una crush per un'auto. È un gioco sui tipo molto piratesco. Corsillon, allora, l'ultima volta che voglio venire da te, parla di questa cosa. L'ultima volta.
What can I do for you?
I've come to ask you about a mine near Vigigador. It was closed for a long time for security reasons, but someone has started exploiting it again.
I seem to recall that a concession in this area was sold to a Master Maillard.
Perché?
However, I do not recall the details of the contract. It was established by the previous government. He is a rich merchant from Serene who arrived on the island only a short while before we did. People say...
Unscrupulous? That's an understatement.
Esatto.
This man had some natives captured and he's using them as slaves to work in this mine.
What? Does this old brigand really think that he is above the law? We cannot tolerate such methods. But we must determine the best way to attack him. You should start by finding the deed. Don't worry. We'll not let this man's behavior go unpunished. Can your old professor still prove himself useful?
Looking forward to...
Ti odio. Mi fai sempre cercare negli archivi che sono dall'altra parte del mondo. Rispetto al tuo ufficio. Cioè c'è il suo ufficio e gli archivi, che sono due posti opposti di questo palazzo. Immagino Constantine che mi vede correre da una parte e dall'altra, gelosissimo, perché anche lui vorrebbe un po' di azione. Invece no. Okay.
It seems as though you can't decipher the glyphs of your own people's document.
I get lost in all the legal jargon, but they have Lady Mirange's seal on them.
Oh.
We should find her to understand exactly what they say.
Le stesse missioni. Devo cercare un documento, andare da Morange, perché c'è il loro sigillo, c'è il suo sigillo. Questa cosa legislativa è insopportabile, legata alle documentazioni di proprietà. Sembra di correre avanti e indietro, sempre con documenti in mano, per vedere quale cosa è legale, quale no.
Good day, my lady. Happy to see you again in such...
I need your advice once more. This time it's about the property deeds of a plot of land. Here are the deeds. I must admit that I understand very little of what's written.
Do not worry, this type of document is always difficult to decide. However, they are very clear. Master Maillard is the... He can exploit the forest and plant anything he wants there, but it says here that he does not have the right to exploit the mine. It's even repeated in this other paragraph. Any attempt at mining...
And yet, the mine located on this plot of land has been reopened and is being exploited as we speak.
According to these documents, the miner's... This man's behavior is reckless. You should go see him. He's presently in New Serene. He usually spends time at the port when he comes. He has some warehouse.
Ok. Becchiamo lo stronzo al porto. Praticamente, riassumendolo. Ma che se ti becco, Ah, ciao, belli. Ah! Ma il fratello! Ah, guarda, il fratello di Vasco.
Master Mayor.
Stronzo proprio.
Who's asking?
De Sardet.
Ma lo
I am the
conosciamo già,
legate of the congregation.
Well, I'm flattered. What brings...
I'm here to talk to you about the mine you have near Viggy. Are you aware that you have no right to operate it? Nor are you allowed to employ slaves there.
But what are you talking about? Surely this is a misunderstanding. I'm an honest merchant. I've always paid all taxes. Please tell your cousin that I would be happy to send him the gift of his choice.
Sbagli.
Now, Your Excellency.
I'm afraid you don't understand, Master. It's not a money problem. That mine is dangerous. And you endanger the congregation on this island by behaving this way with the natives.
Come on, don't be so serious, young woman. I'm sure it's nothing that a small bonus can't fix. Goodbye, madam. Best wishes to...
No, basta, non devo fare quel consiglio. È uno stronzo, dobbiamo fargli il culo a lui. Cos'è che sta facendo a proposito? Sta guardando il culo di questo qua che pulisce?
Your Excellency, it is an honor.
Cioè, sta guardando il culo di questo povero operaio che sta pulendo. No, decorrucilon. Perché non c'è un punto dove si può, dove si può viaggiare, tipo mappamondo dell'ufficio di decorrucilon? Perché veramente è stressante questa cosa. Questa è l'ultima volta che vengo da quest'uomo. Okay.
I verified the contract with Lady Morange, without even taking into account what he's doing to the natives.
So, what did he have to say?
He turned a deaf ear and tried to bribe me.
Oh, some of these merchants are so rich
that
they forget
cercare
basic
di
decency.
bribe her,
But it's
proprio
high
lei
time
che...
we reminded him of... Here, this is an eviction notice which dispossesses him of all his land for breaching his contract. For his crimes against the natives, he's banished from this island. I will make him aware of this decision, but you should go to the mine immediately. The prisoners must be freed as soon as possible.
I'll take care of it.
Can your old professors...
Oh, finalmente la burocrazia ha vinto. Finalmente. Quindi andiamo a sfrattare il tizio ed è bandito dall'isola. Perché ha rotto il contratto e ha sfruttato gli isolani. Basta. Missioni. Ok. Scacci una miniera, libro di schiavi. Perfetto. Bro, ho i documenti, levati.
Sorry, this is private property. I cannot allow you to enter.
Yes.
I don't need your authorization. I have here an eviction notice signed by the governor's ministers. The former owner, Mr. Maillard, has lost his rights due to a breach of contract.
Look, ultimately, we are not the ones who decide. We only obey
Chiamami
the boss's
capo.
orders.
In that case, where can I find him to notify him of his loss?
You'll find him around here somewhere, Your Excellency.
Excellent.
Levati. Miniera abbandonata.
Are you looking for trouble? You'd better be on your way.
Master Maillard, I'm so glad to find you here. Here is a document from Sir de Cossillon on behalf of my cousin. Considering the fact that you have not respected the terms of your contract of ownership, you are hereby expelled. The methods you used against the islanders has also ensured your banishment from Tirfredi.
Impossible.
Serving.
By what right? Guards, this woman threatens me.
Maybe in right to protect me in this battle.
È già morto?
These people were monsters. I wouldn't cry over them.
No,
Come
no.
now, let's go free my brothers, and we can tell Dunkas everything.
Yeah, andiamo a liberare i tuoi fratelli. Liberiamoli. Siete liberi! Come apri? Non riesco a aprire. Ah, mi serve forse la... chiavi.
Go without fear. You are free. And know that we are sorry for what happened to you.
You must believe that not all Lugir blow or alike.
She is an Almanawi. That's why she understands us. Thank you.
Ma che significa Ono Menawi? Forse mi sono perso un pezzo. Ah, questi due erano i cacciatori. Sono stati rapiti. Eccoci qua, pronti a far brutto.
What brings you here, Ono Menawi?
I was able to close the mine. The man who operated it was arrested and will be banished.
Yes, those you freed told me. From now on, you are my Karants. My friend. You knew how to renew my trust in your clan. Just as trees grow back after being cut.
Thank you, Dunkus. I am honored. Will you give us the old man now?
If you allow it, I would like to punish him myself. Enough blood has been spilled, and he will only call for more of it, since he loved the forest to the point of killing for it. He will be sentenced to heal it. Every day he will replant what your men will cut down. Every day until the end of his life. Does this punishment seem acceptable to you?
If I explain to Sir de Cossillon that the man was sentenced to forced labor, I suppose he will approve. Thank you, Dunkus. It is a wise sentence.
Is there anything else?
La mia reputazione con i Islai non può essere più alta di così, comunque. Vediamo un attimo una cosa. Eccomi qui. Tutti mi odiano. Tranne la congregazione dei mercanti che è la mia, tutti gli altri mi odiano. Anche i nauti, ma che cazzo ha fatto i nauti? Niente. Perché la mia situazione è così di merda con tutti, tranne la mia fazione e quella degli isolani? E... ah, un talento mi ha dato. Ah, perché un punto talento, molto importante. Intuito sarebbe bello per i dialoghi, ma... ci si può arrangiare anche senza. Carisma, mi sembra già di avere un carisma molto alto. Non lo so, teniamocelo, se mi serve per qualcosa lo userò. Poi, missioni, no, i vizi della madre. Facciamo questa. Rovina chi mette artigianato a livello 2, perché sennò non riesce a migliorare le cose come si deve. Basta, sono arrivata a livello che devo migliorarle così, se no devo migliorarle con l'artigianato a livello 2. Eccole qua, ho bisogno sicuramente di più equilibrio. Ah, posso comunque migliorarle, grandioso! Allora miglioriamole per tutto. Per tutti. Vediamo dov'è le sardes. Perfetto, ragazza mia. Pettorale. Io ho questo. Questo mi dà più 10... oh, ok, ho scelto la corazza più alta. Quindi la corazza più alta di piastre incise è questa qua. Ok, e quindi mi può anche dare dei materiali, però non sempre. E questo ho il talismano, che mi dà più vigore. Vigore e resistenza elementare. Talismano e pietra, che strana pietra, sembra un cetriolo di mare. Pergamena e incensiere. La mia seconda arma invece è questa, che non ha bisogno di nessun miglioramento, è già rara. Ok, tu sei a posto. Poi ci siamo rifatti tutto il look. Siora deve venire? No, cambiamo Siora e mettiamo Vasco che vuole fare la sua missione. Cioè, sua missione romantica. Oh, ma come vado in giro? Corazzatissima. Elegantissima. Ok, questi appartamenti saranno al piano di sopra. Oh. Stavano pregando.
Ah, Your Excellency. The Enlightened must have sent you. I would like to ask a favor.
I'm listening.
As you may be aware, we suspected this island might be the one St. Lucius wrote about.
Is that so?
We did, but let me explain. This island was where St. Matthias lived at the end of his life, and where he founded a perfect community. Some time ago, we created a village which we called Eden, following his example. We chose this place as it seemed to be the closest to the one described in the Holy Scriptures. It is a home to a community of converted islanders, accompanied and guided in their budding faith by our theologians. As you can imagine, it is of the utmost importance to us. All the more so because we discovered some tablets there, which were engraved by our founder.
An extraordinary discovery that confirms your suspicions.
I see you understand. Alas, these tablets were stolen, probably by the islanders who still reject our influence. I know that you are generally well accepted by the natives. That is why I was hoping that you could help us to retrieve what belongs to us.
I suppose I could go to Eden and try to retrieve them.
Marvelous.
Marvelous.
The leader of the community, Father Justinius, will be able to answer your questions. May the enlightened assist you in this holy quest, Your Excellency.
Ah, d'accordo. Va bene. Totalmente a caso, ero qui per rubare. Ok. Scopri che nessuno è sotto il palazzo. Scopri che nessuno è sotto il palazzo. Ok, questo, cioè, non hai detto niente, padre? Padre, non mi hai parlato neanche.
This area of the palace is forbidden to visitors. By order of the Mother Cardinal.
We did not know. Please, excuse us.
The basements are for servants only.
Very well. We'll
Dov'è
go
che
back
posso
up.
trovare i vestiti della servitù? Attraverso il gruppo da servitori. Gilet confortevole. Dove vado a trovare il gilet confortevole? Ok, allora, dove eravamo rimasti? Ah, ok, dobbiamo infiltrarci nella casa della madre. Il problema è che ci servivano... Fammi vedere le missioni. Dei vestiti, mi sembra. Travestiti... Attraverso il gruppo da servitori. Gilet confortevole. Dove lo trovo? Al mercante. Quindi il primo mercante a San Matteos. Ah, ok, me lo già diceva la missione, che stupido. E ci ho dovuto cercare, va bene, fa niente. Ma veramente la missione di Kurtz è stata lunghissima, non finiva più.
Welcome to the best.
Sì. Compra. Gilet confortevole. Ah, 47 monete. Damn. Ok, non è di certo economico.
This area of the palace is for the basement.
Very well.
Sì, scusami, mi sono dimenticata. Letteralmente ho indossato un gilet.
Well, this is a very unique place. The smell of stupor and vice reign as its masters.
You're not wrong. We should search this place.
Wow.
It seems that someone forgot their earring.
Ugh, here is an object of more than questionable taste. A woman from a good family would never wear it. It's junk. The kind of thing a courtesan would wear.
I didn't know you were an expert on the subject, Father.
The subject of jewelry?
No, of courtesans.
Yeah.
Oh, for goodness sake. This room reeks of alcohol.
And not just any old alcohol, if my nose does not deceive me. Cornelia always had great taste when it came to drinking. We are here at the heart of human depravity. Outrageous luxury, excessively priced alcohol, obvious debauchery.
Surely this is enough to incriminate the Mother Cardinal.
No, my child. These things are common in certain circles, even in Teleme, unfortunately.
Okay, padre.
Cornelia may well have organized these things for others. These parties might be of use in gaining some...
Forse ho dimenticato qualcosa su che non ho preso. Forse le chiavi di quella stanza. Esatto. Ho dimenticato le chiavi. Tutto ha senso adesso. Cavolo, ero qua prima. No, ignoratemi, signorini, non sto facendo niente. Lo so che i miei colleghi sono vestiti da servitori, ma nulla da vedere qua. Eccoci qua. Libro contabile della madre cardinale.
This document is highly important. By reading it carefully, you could learn a lot. The Mother Cardinal apparently borrows large amounts of money from a moneylender. Actually, enormous sums.
What's more, she does so quite regularly. How does she manage to give it all back?
And the name Candy Cane crops up several times.
Candy Cane.
Quite suspicious, don't you think?
This sweet person must be doing her huge favors to get these sums. I think we have everything we need. There is probably a connection between these pleasure parties and the account books. Let's ask a few questions.
The moneylender is well established. He can be found near the main square. As for this Candy Cane, the name doesn't ring any bells to me, but the moneylender must know more about him.
We can also go and gather information at the Coin Tavern. Perhaps the manager knows him.
Allora, abbiamo un po' di missioni. Interroga la prostituta, le prostitute. Interroga l'usurario. L'usuraio. Non riesco neanche a dirlo. È una bella casetta che c'è.
Can I help you?
Yes, actually. I have a small favor to ask.
You don't look like you need money from me.
No, a dire il vero.
I have been sent by the Mother Cardinal. She needs money. You know why.
That's unusual. She usually comes in person. Oh, well, business is business after all. What do you want?
She has sent me to find out if she still owes money. And to make a little withdrawal.
No debts to settle. Everything is in order, as always. How much does she need? Same as last time?
Yes, that would be perfect.
Excellent. Let her know that the usual conditions apply.
Do you think that will be all right for Candy Cane?
What do you mean for Candy Cane? Good Lord, are you crazy or something? I don't want to know what my clients get up to with their money.
I apologize. I'm not used to all this. I thought that...
You think too much. Go and see him, sort your business out, and come back to see me when you know how much she needs.
Very well.
Forse ho sbagliato.
Thank you very much.
No bueno. No bueno. Taverna del Conio, eccoci qua.
Can I get you anything?
Questo è NPC.
I'm here for something else. Can I ask you a couple of questions?
If you wish. What would you like to know?
You sometimes deliver goods to your big clients. Isn't that right?
Of course. The rich don't like to get drunk among mere mortals.
And have you ever supplied anyone from the palace?
Yes, that has happened. It suits them.
And who places these orders?
Well, a steward, of course. Don't you know how things work?
A woman? Dressed in a long green cloak?
No, the steward is more discreet. On the other hand, the person in the big green coat, the steward speaks to her sometimes. They know each other or work together.
What can you tell me about a certain Candy Cane?
Candy Cane? Everyone speaks about him or has heard of him, but no one really knows him.
And what do they say about him?
Here, nothing. You need to go downstairs for that sort of thing.
To the games room and the brothel?
Yes, that's more the kind of place where they'd talk about him.
Okay.
Do you think that the Mother Cardinal may have been here?
Are you drunk or something?
I have to go. I will leave you to your work. Good day.
Welcome. You here to wager? To fight?
I imagine that the name Candy Cane rings a bell.
Obviously. Even though I would prefer it wasn't the case.
Yes, the one.
He's a sort of organizer.
Okay.
He captures most of the beasts who fight in the arena.
How is that a problem?
Apparently, he's fixed a few fights. These kind of rumors aren't good for my business.
If that's the case, why don't you stop him?
He has friends, protectors. Without solid evidence, no one will lift a finger. And the only ones who wanted to speak of his cartel have disappeared.
Do you know where I could find him?
He often hangs out around the port at night, but I strongly advise you to stay away from the guy.
I know how to look after myself. Thanks for the information. Has the Mother Cardinal ever come here to place bets?
The Mother Cardinal?
On what would we be betting?
On the fights in the arena. Quite a few come here and bet.
And do they win?
A few do. Others have less.
Devo andare al piano di sotto di questa caserma, sì, buon signore. Come faccio a scendere a questo posto demoniaco? Raga, sta missione si sta buggando in una maniera spaventosa. Io non so che cavolo fare adesso. Cioè, è buggato, non posso fare niente. Ah, sto dando di matto. Sto dando di matto in questa missione di merda. Non trovo le prostitute. Saranno qui. Che stupida erano qui le prostitute.
A feast for the eyes, ladies and gentlemen. And it's free. Come and see me as soon as you have made your choice. You won't be disappointed. Of that I can assure you. Come on.
Queste sarebbero le prostitute. There's male prostitute too.
So, have you found what you were looking for?
Let's just say that I'm gathering information.
My treasures are worth their price. I promise you that you will get your money's worth. For you, I'm sure we can make a special arrangement.
Father, do you want to explain to this man why we are here?
Of course. We are not here for your services, but to lead an investigation. Several clients of yours have made a complaint. Precious objects disappearing after your employees' visits.
People in very high places are concerned, which explains why we've been asked to take care of it.
This cannot be. Well, listen. Come in, but please be discreet.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Look, a new face. Oh, but wouldn't that be... Hello, Father.
Oh, hello.
Padre!
We would like to know if you know who this earring belongs to. Is it maybe yours?
Absolutely not. I am careful not to leave my belongings with clients, and I have no desire to answer your questions. That doesn't fall within my services.
Very well.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Padre, terribile questo padre.
There are too many of you for me alone, my little lambs.
Sorry, madam, but we are here to ask other favors of you. This question might seem a little surprising, but do you know who this earring might belong to?
Why? It's mine. I lost it when... How did you get hold of it?
Are you sure you want to broach that subject here?
You're right. Come with me.
LA.
Well, what do you want? Why are you giving me back my earring?
You know where we found it, don't you?
Obviously. I realized as soon as I got back that I'd lost it.
I imagine your pimp does not know that you take part in these parties. He doesn't dabble in this at all?
No. Do not say anything to him, I beg you. He's on my case enough as it is.
Then I suggest you answer my questions.
What would you like to know?
Giusto.
Do you know who organizes these parties?
Not really, no. A steward pays me when I go, but I don't see anyone else, apart from the clients.
You can't even give me a single name?
No. The only person who sometimes speaks to this steward is a woman who is always wearing a green coat. She never takes part in the festivities, but the steward rushes over whenever she arrives.
Could you tell us who you saw at the parties?
Rich people, or better. They seemed very rich and important to me, but I don't know them.
Okay.
Do you think that an important person from Teleme could have partaken in these soirees?
You're thinking of Mother Cardinal, aren't you? You lot really think we are a bunch of degenerates.
You're hardly a shining example of virtue, my child. Just answer
Parla
my
lui che
questions.
comunque va prostituta.
Sorry, Father, I don't know the Mother Cardinal, but I strongly doubt she dabbles in that.
You don't think you could recognize her, and you don't think you've crossed paths. What a testimony. Admit it. You must know more than you're letting on. It's virtually impossible not to recognize someone while being so close to these influential people. Wouldn't you agree?
Well, I was able to recognize someone once. Even with a mask on, I'm good at recognizing my clients.
Please continue. I'm all ears.
I don't want to implicate anyone, but he is of no real importance, and you've probably never even heard of him. It's the local moneylender.
I know very well who you're referring to, my dear.
But I didn't mention anything to you, huh? This stays between us.
I don't even remember the subject of this conversation anymore. Do you know someone who goes by the name of Candy Cane?
Everyone does. He is a powerful person, so his name makes the rounds.
Have you ever spotted him at these pleasure parties?
In all honesty, I wouldn't even be able to recognize him. I've heard his name before, but that's all.
This woman in the green coat. Could you tell me about her?
She always hides her face and never joins us. Then she disappears into a little office and locks the door.
I see. She is quite important, then. Thank you for your help.
Be sure not to mention this to anyone. I'd lose my clients if they suspected me of speaking about them, you know.
Cosa mi è rimesso a fare? Parla con l'oste ancora, ma questa oste non mi dice niente. Chiedere la donna per
I'm looking for a woman who comes here. She always wears a long green coat.
Yes, I have seen this coat before. But all I know is that I've seen her speaking to a regular, a steward of the palace who comes to place big orders.
I have to go.
Ce n'è ancora uno? Oh, ancora devo interrogare quell'uomo. Ho già interrogato 25 volte.
I am looking for someone. A woman wearing a...
Yeah, I know who you mean. She's a good client. She comes in, especially for the big fights, and she has prime information.
Do you know where I can find her?
No, I don't...
She wouldn't happen to be coming back to...
No, and I can't really tell you when she'll...
I must be going.
Next.
So, how do you see things, my child?
I think that the usurer is lending money to the cardinal, and very significant sums at that. With this money, she bets on the arena fights while hiding in a big green coat. And she also gives large amounts to a certain Candy Cane, known for fixing fights.
Not only does our dear Cornelia love betting games, but she also wouldn't think twice about cheating to win.
Maybe he's just giving her advice. How can we prove anything?
We can always try asking him. Who knows? Perhaps he will give us an answer.
Andiamo a trovare Candy Cane. Eccolo qua, sei tu?
Good evening. Are you the one they call Candy Cane?
Who are you?
Desardet, legate of the merchant congregation.
A legate, no less. I imagine in these cases, the one accompanying you is the famous Petrus.
You seem to be very well informed. Therefore, you might be able to answer my question. What do you know about a woman in a green coat?
Why would I tell you?
We know that you have business with this woman, and that she is actually the Mother Cardinal.
How did you... You would be better off forgetting that.
That's not exactly the response I'd imagined. But nevertheless, seems rather eloquent.
I told you to forget about it, or you'll soon run into trouble. Legate or no legate.
Come on. It was just an innocent little conversation. Goodbye, Mr. Cane.
Bye. And Godspeed.
We have enough information.
Really? Is the fact that she bets on fights that are potentially fixed enough for you?
It's already a huge scandal. Let me just think about it for a little while. I will find a way of putting this information to good use.
I have faith in you, Father.
Padre. Oh, ho finito la missione? Ma sicuro non è qui per ammazzarmi? Per sconfiggermi? Pure Candy Shop. Ok, quindi la sua missione l'abbiamo finita.